And we're starting off with, and Lucine will be taking the play. Bendix will be on the draw.
No, Bendix is higher seed.
Oh, is it? I thought.
Yeah, Bendix gets to take the play.
Bendix told me that Lucine will be getting the play draw. But regardless, we'll see what happens very quickly. Yeah. Bendix doing the classic, draw your 7, draw 2 cards, mulligan. Yeah, both players going down to 6.
You guys look when you mulligan?
I always look. Always look, and I always forget too. So that's the important part. If you remember and you start taking bad hands because of it, then you're gonna lose. But if you have the memory of a goldfish, it's fine.
I'm on team never look, but you know.
I think that's a smarter play. I think I like looking because every now and then, like, you do keep a cheeky hand and get rewarded for it.
Shit that.
And it's nice to look to remind yourself, no, I shouldn't do that often. Yeah, so at least looking in this matchup, the cards that are really going to matter that Bendix wants to see are probably Thalia, both Thalias, of course, fast mana naturally. Voice of Victory is going to be particularly brutal. Aside from that, he's just looking to just slam threat after threat after threat. That's all good. For Grixis, he's going to want Psychic Frog and Barrogoyf, I think, are the kind of biggest draws to play this deck into decks like DNT.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to slam something that can put a lot of power to play quickly, because if he's not able to... I think TNT is likely favored in the long game, unless Lucine can get a recall loop going with Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah, and we see that starting at least. We see in the opening hand from Lucine, we see Marsh Flats, I see Recall, I see Misstep. I think I saw a Dragon's Rage Channeler as well, which is kind of awkward because Marsh Flats is the land, which means if they want to slam Recall, they don't automatically have red for Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is awkward. But either way, having Misstep and a way to develop is just a pleasure.
Yeah, historically, this matchup has been favored for taxes.
Ooh. Yeah, Bendix is seeing Soul Ring. He's going to be super stoked about that. I'm going to slam a Soul Ring if I betcha, and then it's going to get misstepped, and that'll put Windy absolutely in the driver's seat, more so than they already are, with Bendix on 5 and Windy on 6.
Yeah. Bendix also specifically tends to mulligan very aggressively.
Yeah, I think I see an Ancient Tomb as well, which means even if the misstep tags the Soul Ring... Okay, no, Bendix isn't a play.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just noticed the last card for Lucine is Tamiyo. Which means I'm pretty sure we're going to see a turn 1 Tamiyo, turn 2 Recall flip. Which is one of the most good plays in the format. There's an Unearth as well, which means that even if... Goes for Thoughtseize. On a 5, I understand it. I'm not sure if I...
No, I like this. You're not under the gun. You've taken out the fast mana, so his hand is probably awkward because he was playing around the fast mana. Getting to disrupt that, and then more so, is probably where you want to be.
I think that's fair. I think rushing towards Tamiyo is also a reasonable line as well. Like, what are you particularly terrified of?
I mean, you can do the Tamiyo stuff at any point.
Yeah, and now we missed
it is just a 2. Oh, he didn't have another land.
There was no land drop available.
Yeah, that's part of what I thought would lead them to go on Tamiyo first.
Yeah, but I think Recall plus Tamiyo is probably still going to work out either way. I think we've now seen a Quantum Riddler and a Bowmasters as well. Bowmasters gets to eat the recruitment officers for free. Yeah. I mean, I guess the Thoughtseize did take Thalia, which would have been developed, and then Lucien couldn't have cast the recall either way on turn 2. It's actually turning out okay for them. Verdant Catacombs is the land, which is awkward. There's 2 black fetches, which means that they're not going to be able to get a double blue. But they'll probably get over it, because they're going to recall. Fatal Push Oculus, available. Tameo flips. It's going to uptick. It's going to absorb 1,000,000 damage from the board Benix has managed to develop with his Mold of 5. I think I did mention Dragon's Rage Channeler earlier in Lucien's hand. I think that ended up being the card that they bottomed because their only fetch was able to get Underground Sea for recall and Tameo.
A lot for Bendix here.
Bendix, one of his strengths is he does always play to his outs. Like, he will not be conceding this game until he is dead, which means there are sequences of draws for both Lucien and Bendix where Bendix does end up winning this game, and he's playing for those.
Yeah, certainly not out of it by any means. Stumbling on a land turn 2 definitely helped a bit for the Bendix, but it's looking pretty good for Lucien.
Yeah, Lucien here bins pretty much anything that's not a land because they have bigger things to do. Yeah, the Bowmasters is going to come down, tag their recruitment officer. Yeah, Quantum Riddler is still available. You leave it on top. Play a Flooded Strand.
I saw a Fatal Push as one of the other cards.
Yeah. Which isn't really needed right now with Bowmasters covering the recruitment officer very well, and then Fatal Push not being able to target Sanctifier on deck.
Is that a Showcase
something
Oculus?
in Bendix's hand that will potentially be
Bendix helps, say, a Johnny Nakatl Pariah, and then your stream quality just went down a whole bunch. I'm not sure what that is caused by. I'll see if I can get that sorted out. Can you
I think it looks worse on our end on Discord, but it looks good on stream.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bendix develops a Johnny. Lucien just counters it with Trying to Lock, which will be exiled to the Sanctifier on Vec, but we'll see if that keeps Lucien from casting an Abhorrent Oculus at some point in this game. Fetches their second Surveil of the game.
Probably a pretty big pull into adding black from blue-red. These 2 extra surveillance.
Not bad. And Surveils, I can't tell what it is, but some black card that isn't going to matter. And 2, casting a Expressive Iteration, I believe. I think a judge is coming in to say something. Oh, I think
we're asking them to move the cards above the life total tracker. slightly blocking the rightmost card.
That makes more sense to me. Well, you'll have to trust us that that's an expressive iteration underneath the life total tracker. Exile's Flame Slash. I'm not sure if we have a land to play and use, or we're just binning it. Ooh, the old Sorcery Speed Anticipate. Yeah, I hate to see it as an expressive iteration caster.
Yeah, whiffing on land there is huge.
Yeah. Bendix plays Luminary Aspirant, but that just gets tagged with Fatal Push, which will be exiled to the Sanctifier on deck. Ooh, and Bendix has a third Salvation to protect it. That's nice. That means Bendix can start actually working on the Tamiyo.
Wow. Surge of Salvation.
Grows the Sanctifier on deck. Like, that is a good call, because all of Winnie's removal sans combinations of Dress Down, other removal, or Brazen Borrower are going to be.
Wow, that's such a confident include into your deck list, because I'm not sure if Bendix had a read on if Alex was going to be on Boros, but on the other side of the bracket, he was facing two decks on either playing black and or red.
Yeah, Alex is a notable Rakdos player. That's his main thing. I think Boros was a bit of a pivot from the other Alex, so I think it was probably a pleasant surprise if that got to come out last game or last match. All right. However, Windy is still pulling ahead with Bowmastering and Unholy Heating the final two creatures of Bendix. And a Lion Sash being developed. I see Barrogoyf. Lucian's hand is stacked. They're looking at Oculus, Quantum Riddler, Barrogoyf.
Yeah, just the greatest hits.
Yeah, the greatest hits of 2025 Magic. And then Unearth, if Bendix manages to actually trade anything.
That's a lot of work that the Sanctifier effect has to do.
Yeah, Chain Lightning that. Exiles the Recall, keeps the... I guess it keeps the old... the Oculus from coming down, but... I'm not sure I'm feeling too positively about Bendix's place right now. Yeah, the old draw Summit Canyon, cycle Summit Canyon.
Yeah, one card in hand. This is rough.
Yeah. And whenever that you do that, you're kind of light on mana, but you have no cards in hand, so you crack the Summit Canyon, and then I bet you anything you drew a 3-drop right now. You just get to cast till next turn.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And then he'll draw a 2-drop on his draw step next turn, and just stay there. Yeah, Lucine playing this game very safely. Just cycles a Riddler, could slam Barrogoyf, could do a myriad of other things, but it's just saying, no, I have this Tamiyo that's keeping the Sanctifier tapped and essentially nullified. I can just keep poking it with O-Masters. I can hold up my removal and other bombs in case anything goes awry. Because right now, not many things are likely to go badly.
Yeah.
If they keep level head.
Playing it very patiently.
Yeah. It's the... can't leave the Tamiyo alone. Hitting each creature is it's so fun. Bendix had 4 power on 2 bodies, and Windy was able to develop a Planeswalker without any real concern about protecting it.
What a card, Tamiyo.
Crunching in. Bendix draws City of Traders, which is... It does move closer to getting that cave with the Frost Dragon online, which I don't believe Lucine has an answer for yet. But the other card in Bendix's hand is Chrome Mox, which means that Bendix would need to pitch his next spell to actually activate the cave, and that probably also can't be that good, and means he needs to draw another land before he can actually continually activate Cave of the Frost Dragon with City Traders. Otherwise, he'll have to sacrifice it.
Yeah,
He is going for it, though. Pitches Sam.
Oh, and a braid.
Oh, braid.
Print trigger on the stack.
Oh, just can't do a thing. This does let the Sam... Sam maybe gets the 2-for-1 someone.
That's an interesting include a braid into this kit.
How did... Am I wrong? How did Sanctifier actually heat Tameo there? Wasn't Tameo... Did Lucine forget to uptick last turn? Is that what happened? Because Sanctifier should be attacking for 2, essentially.
Not sure.
Alright. Well, Lucine finally casts the Oculus. Passes. Upkeep. Manifest Dread. Ooh, a Wan Chi Tong goes underneath, which probably doesn't matter that much, but is kind of fun to do. Bendix finds...
Yeah, this Tameo just casually gaining something like 16 life.
Hold it there, yeah. If I was Lucine, I'd be tempted to do still had all these until the Barogoyf, but I think that they're a better person than I am.
Quick update. We have Brad up a game over Czech, played by Wyatt presently.
All right, neat. Who's on the play in that one? I believe it's Wyatt?
Yeah, it's Wyatt. Brad is bottom seed.
Oh, bottom seed, yeah, of course. That's good news for Brad. Stealing the first game as bottom seed means that you get to for sure play at least one more game, at least one game on the play. All right, we'll see what happens here with if Bendix can avoid going to 5.
In bathroom BRB. Very good.
Thank you. And while we're here, let's actually look through these decks in a bit more detail. So for what cards make a really good DNT hand into Grixis?
Probably wants Aether Vial. Oh,
Bendix
Celestial
is-
Armor. That's a fun one.
Yeah, Bendix is most likely just going to mulligan for a fast mana hand or a hand with Vial or Cavern. Try to push through things either before interaction or pushing too much.
Ignoring interaction. Steel Shaper's Gift is a card that's seen a lot of love recently, which I think is...
They printed a lot of really powerful equipment in the last 2 years.
Yeah, like you get Pre-War Fulmware, you get Lion Sash as like an actual creature.
Has anyone shared the
I'd love to see him
Twitch
get
chat?
Celestial Armor. I could put these in the chat, I suppose. Sorry, I should be doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can do it.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, and then Windy, only on 30 lands, 31 if you're counting the Sink and the Stupor, which is aggressive, but as a blue deck builder myself, I understand that Daze, Gush, and Deprive all count as a land for your deck building purposes. A fun cheeky card that, not pretty cheeky in other more controlling blue decks, but cheeky in a tempo deck with 30 lands is Windy is on Consult the Star Charts, which I know is one of their favorite cards from the year. They're a big fan of space stuff, and that card is really fun to cast. I like casting it when I have more than 3 lands, but I'm sure casting it with 3 lands is fine too.
Yeah, very good card to have when you're part of the never tap out gang.
Yeah. I've cycled it a good amount as well. Just all right, I'll cast Sleight of Hand at instant speed. If I can,
There it is, right in hand. And
yeah.
alongside Fury, Brazen Borrower, maybe a showcase to Shauna's Tidebinder.
Shauna's Tidebinder is
no,
in
that's
there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that Young Pyromancer is out of the list, despite Third Path Iconoclast being there. And Third Path is better, but also there's no artifacts. There's no non-creatures here, aside from literally Dress Down and Kaito, I believe.
Yeah.
That
Interesting
are
that Lucina's opted to play Electrostatic Infantry over Pyromancer as well.
yeah, Pyromancer. Yeah, I think that's an interesting call, like, because Black gives you kind of some of the beef with Barogoyf and Kaito and Nethergoyf. Like, that I think Young Pyromancer probably is, like, gives you more plans of attack that Electrostatic Infantry doesn't particularly like add to in the same way once Black is in the deck.
Yeah, I wonder if we're sort of just in an era where ever since MH3 came out, like the size of creatures just got so much larger between stuff like the Goyfs and like Bristly Bill and stuff. I guess if you wanted to drop one of the three, then you should keeping the one that grows and the one that pitches the force makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's arguable. I think.
Oh dear, is Treves going to 5?
Yeah, we're on Faith Looting as well. When I think, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I think that card is valuable. It's good with Gush. It's great with Gush. Yeah, Lucine is keeping 7.
Yeah,
Hopefully, he had a spare
one.
mana crypt that he was hiding in the bathroom when he went. Although not a good chance to wear, not a good call to wear a T-shirt for that. And for those of you who don't know, Treves or Bendix is the person who organized this and put it together, and is donating his own prize money, actually, putting forth the prize pool alongside Jack.
Shout out to Bendix.
Yeah, big shout out to Bendix.
People love the game.
Yeah, trying to bring some of that year-end kind of energy and hype to the scene.
And there's another Mold of 5.
Yeah. That, YJ and the Discord events get. So let's see what we have. I see Iganjo into. Ooh, that's a good one. Is that Veteran Survivor? Yeah. Nice card. A little bit of passive Grave Hate. Grows into a big threat if your opponent doesn't answer it early. Hopefully, as long as it eats a real spell, unlike and not like a Bowmaster's trigger or something, then I think Bennett will be happy with how that goes. Ooh, Thalia is very nice, but unfortunately, I think I just saw a Fury in Lucine's hand. Will Lucine?
Yeah, and the Chain Lightning to match.
Yeah. 2 pair reds. What land is that? A basic mountain. Okay.
The Space Mountain, I think.
Off black right now. I think I do like waiting one turn for Bennett to develop further instead of just firing off the Fury now. Because if this gets a 3rd card, it is.
Oh, Coppercoat Vanguard.
Okay. Does Windy have an answer to that?
You do not want to see that.
I think, but that is one reason that you are supposed to Fury on your first opportunity to do so. Cycles on Earth, yeah, trying to find
a lot harder.
a better answer for that. I think Windy can still play land, Petty Theft, the Coppercoat, and then Fury, but it's going to be just a little bit embarrassing, a little bit sad to do. Unless, is there not a Brazen Border one that had? No, there is.
There,
in between the Unity and the Fury, we had one. Yeah.
Is it slightly awkward because I guess you could do it during combat to save the damage, but okay, they're just going to eat the medicine now.
Oh, Oh, yeah, again, we're going to just pay the ward. Sorry, what are we talking about? I was thinking hexproof. I got excited. Yeah, a little 2 for 3 on 7 on the draw against a mold of 5.
Oh,
And Bendix again
pass.
getting stuck on 2 lands. Yeah. So I think. Oh, I see a. Yeah, Winnie drew a Barrow. Lucine drew a Barrowglyph. You pass it back.
Honestly, a lot of games went like this back in 2023, with just Fury being one of the best cards in the format at that time.
Yeah, that card absolutely got a lot of love and a lot of hate, and I think I can't blame you for either way, wherever you land on that spectrum. Yeah. Notably, Lucine does not have black mana available yet, which means the Kaido and the Barrowglyph are stranded in hand until further notice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Bendix is a little bit of
Boromir?
breathing room.
That would have been good against a Fury. Yeah, Windy consults just for 3. Hey, I said that I might consult for 3 earlier this game.
Card is so overrated.
No, it's perfect.
No, I mean, it's good in control decks. It's just like I've cast a lot of like anticipate or like think twice consults.
Yeah. Sees Oculus, Inquisition, and Sleight of Hand. I think it's right to just take Sleight of Hand here and just keep digging for that black source so you can cast the Barrowglyph. Oh, Op Agent hand as well. Yeah, Lucine just totally stuck on black mana. If they get it, and Bennix is able to answer the white mana, or answer the black mana with a wasteland or a strip or something, and then lock those cards in hand, that's one way to come back from this. Or if, alternatively, Lucine never finds black mana.
Yeah, this definitely was a lucky break that Bendix needed to get back.
Siege Veteran, the oft ignored and disrespected 3 mana version of Luminarch Aspirant. On the trigger, gets Tidebindered. Trades with Boromir. And Bendix is sitting on a 2/2 with 1 card in hand. I think Winnie's at the point where they might just float 2 and cast that Gush. Yeah, there it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, draw 2, and did we find anything to do with it? We find black mana.
Are those just
I don't see it. I think they're getting pretty unlucky with their black sources. They have 1, 2, 3. They have 17 black sources in the deck, and some of those are tapped, of course, but I think they've dug a good chunk further than a 5th in, and still have nothing to show for it. All right, Bendix has, pardon me, tapping 3 for a March on the infantry. Which, hey, I'm just saying, if that was a Young Pyromancer, there'd be a token still available. Mox Pearl, there it is. Pays 3 for Big Thalia, gets counterspelled. Yeah, I think this game is now just about waiting for Lucine to draw black, and once that happens, it ends very quickly. There's a Faithless Looting. Finds another blue-red land.
Seems like a good time to pitch to...
Discards Thoughtseize and Shivan Reef. Delves a Tameo, swings 2. Bendix cracks the clue, or not the clue, their Silent Clearing. And finds Seasoned Engineer. Or Palace Jailer would be good right now. I'm going to take a Palace Jailer. I think I see Harm's Way in hand, which is a classic D&T card. It's the Intrepid Adversary. Yeah. Notably not paying 2 into it, which will probably give Windy a clue that something is going on, but I think Bendix's best chance now is getting some kind of blowout based off of his opponent misplaying. Yeah, Harm's Way is the Sprite Dragon to try and kill the Sprite Dragon. Like, Fog's 2 damage, and then pays for it. When he chooses to daze in order to put a counter on the Sprite Dragon and nullify the Harm's Way. Yeah, very tight play from Lucene.
No cards in hand. On
Yeah.
Cards.
No cards in hand. Has a 3-1 available. Lucene. Maybe Lucene should just stick to playing blue-red tempo because those black cards in their hand look pretty bad right now. Yeah. I think that was a Witch Enchanter just eating a mana leak. Throwing Sprite Dragon. The lifelink on Adversary is shoring up some of the problems Bendix is having, but I don't think it's stopping nearly enough of them.
Yeah, Lucene has just seen like 10 more cards this game.
Yeah.
It's
and they're all
rough.
black, uncastable, but the ones Lucene has seen and been able to cast haven't good enough. Yeah, that Fury at the beginning was just particularly nasty. It's an Aether Vial, which will get Spell Pierced for
Spell Pierced.
just to be a bully. And by bully, I mean Trigger Sprite Dragon, which that card a lot better than Storm Chaser Mage. There's a Corey Steel Cutter as well.
Quite a bit better.
Oh, finds the black source. There it is. Yeah, and now just leaves the Intrepid Adversary up, or leaves the Sprite Dragon out to block Adversary because they're just, at least with a lifelink, Lucene's only losing out on the trade each time.
Adeline, Resplendent Cathar.
Yeah. Adeline, we're drawing the Marsh Flats. We're playing. We're fetching the basic swamp. I'm pretty darn sure. So Lucene probably gets to take Corey Steel Cutter and then pay black for. I think I would just slam the Barrow Wave right now. Kaido isn't particularly interesting on this board.
Yeah. I think I agree.
Yeah, Op Agent doesn't matter. Pardon me. Yeah, definitely getting basic swamp. Yeah. No interest in getting wastelanded after finally casting the black spells that have been in your hand all game. And there's the cutter.
Corey, Steel Cutter, and
there's the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah. Trigger, make a dude. Go to Sprite Dragon. And then just crunch for a bunch. You're not attacking back now. Yeah, and I'm not sure what Bendix's life total is right now, but I can tell you, no matter what, Ninjutsuing in Kaido for the Tamiyo is going to end the game.
At
damage or
11 each. Ah.
Yeah, there it is.
And the show, more black cards in hand.
Flashing. Here's all my black cards. Yeah, Duress Oppo Kaido. There was a world where it wasn't, if Bendix wasn't on a mold of 5 and that Fury didn't 3-for-1 Bendix, or 3-for-2, I suppose. And that could have been a real game based off of
Yeah, like
Lucene
one more
drawing.
land, one Search of Salvation away, and it just made a world of difference.
What? A hell of a run. Oh, and Brad 2-0'd. Check. So we're going to have a Martyr Proc versus Grixis Tempo finals.